Hi, my name is Jason Williams,
My name is Christopher Aguilar.
and this is our final group presentation about our social media campaign and our overall teamwork as a group. So, like I said, I'm Jason, and I'm a sophomore at Chandler Gilbert Community College, and I'm looking to get my bachelor's degree in civil engineering. I plan on moving to a four-year college after I'm done with Chandler Gilbert. One fun fact about me is I actually play soccer for the college. So I start, and we just finished our last season a couple months ago, and I've been playing soccer since I was five. A little more about me is I have a dad and mom, and I live with my brother who's going to be moving out soon, and we plan on getting an apartment with him in the future.
All right, and as you know, I am Chris Aguilar, and I am a junior at CGCC. I'm majoring in sustainability, so this whole project about climate change and the environment is something I'm really passionate about. Um, Fun fact about me: I make beats on my free time. I have two siblings, two sisters, one older, one younger. Mom and dad also. So family of five. Um, and yeah, that's it.
Like Chris said, he loves making music. I also love music, and that's kind of where our group name came from. We both love music and traveling, so International Beats kind of came about. On the right is a picture of me in an island off the coast of Greece called Mykonos. I went there with my mom and older brother a couple months back, and it was really fun. And on the left is a picture of Chris when he took a trip to Mexico.
So our social media campaign uh, is called Project Greengrass, and it's basically what we want to do is inform people about climate change and all the things that are going on, and how you can help from really just changing up small things in your day-to-day routine that could help out the world in a positive way.
Yeah, like Chris said, we're not trying to make a big movement or any huge change. We're just trying to inform people about little things you could do in your day to day life that would had a big effect on the environment if we got a lot of people to join the campaign and save our ecosystem.
Yeah, because after all, we kind of figured that there's a lot of people that just really are uninformed about things and uh, don't know that the things they're doing are actually affecting the environment in a bad way. Um, but if they were just told little things that they could easily apply to their lives, it would not only help the world, but reduce everybody's carbon footprint, and in return, you know, have less carbon emissions in the air, things like that.
What is the purpose of Project Greengrass? You can take that one.
Well, the purpose of Project Greengrass is to spread the word of how the Earth is being affected by climate change. Now, humans are responsible for a majority of the damage. Um, simple things like uh, transportation, going out to eat at certain restaurants, or even like clothing stores that say they're environmentally friendly but aren't really. And we just want to inform people about the little things they could do that can help the world.
One slogan that we came up with is "Don't be a fool, recycling is cool." And not only does it rhyme, it's kind of like a catchy way to remind yourself that recycling isn't hard to do, and it's something that could have a large effect on our whole world. Um, we we like to publicize things like using reusable bags and carpooling because those have a big effect on our environment. And also little things like just recycling your used water bottles or using a metal thermos instead of plastic water bottles that can have a big effect on our environment.
I actually just recently learned in one of my classes that having air conditioning actually harms the earth. Just crazy.
True.
Yeah. We use social media pretty much all the time. Everyone is connected through social media, and it's kind of like the main way to communicate now. So it was kind of a no-brainer to use social media to market and spread the word because everyone's pretty much bound to see it at some point if they're interested in the environment. Um, the platforms we used were Instagram and Facebook, uh, two different social media platforms that are kind of on uh, each side of the age gap, I guess you'd say. Because Instagram is predominantly younger people, uh, and then Facebook is predominantly, like millennials, older people. So uh, these are kind of like two completely different demographics of people using uh, each platform. So I was in charge of the Facebook account, and Jayson was in charge of the Instagram account.
Like Chris said, these two platforms have a very different target audience, but our overall group that we were focusing on was people who were uninformed about the effects of, um, or the effects, uninformed about the effects of recycling on the environment. And we found a lot of success on Instagram actually, more than Facebook. I got about 75 followers in a couple of weeks, and I had hundreds of different people interact with my posts and look at it. And I feel like Instagram is a very good way to spread information to people that you do not know. And if they just tell one person, then your project could spread to a lot of different people who you have no direct contact with.
Nice, nice. I was in charge of the Facebook account, and not gonna lie, there was little to no activity. I feel as Instagram has like that explore page, so anything you're interested in will kind of just pop up on your home screen, and it's a lot more accessible and easier for people to just come across things. Whereas Facebook, you kind of have to be looking for it intentionally, and it's not as like random as Instagram. So yeah, there's little to no interactions. There was a few people, you know, a few likes here and there, but nothing too drastic that would have any sort of impact on helping the environment, I guess.
Regarding the explore page on Instagram that you were talking about, I found that my Project Greengrass account on Instagram had a lot more people who were focused on the environment compared to my normal explore page that I use for personal use. So I found it was interesting that a lot of the people that supported me also had different environmental aspirations and things that they wanted to express to other people as well.
So for Facebook, uh, I started with this green grass tip sort of thing. Uh, I thought it'd be good because it's really short, simple, to the point, which is kind of where everyone's attention spans are heading. So just having, a picture with a little bit of information, a small caption giving you, a tip on just rethinking your means of transportation, replacing, or not replacing, but people use their cars every day, even if it's just like going like 2 blocks. People will use their car just because it's faster, more comfortable, easier, but it's actually harming the environment in a pretty detrimental way. So, doing things like cycling, walking, skateboarding, uh, pretty much anything that doesn't use gas when you can when it's not far away is super beneficial to the environment, and yeah, will just reduce carbon emissions in the long run. Do you want to say anything about that?
Another, if it is far away, you could also carpool because that takes 3, 4 cars down to one, and then you could just
That is true.
go with your friends anywhere you need to go.
This is true. I also learned when researching a little bit that grocery bags, the plastic grocery bags that all of the grocery stores use, actually impact the environment a lot. 12% of carbon emissions come from just unrecycled plastic, but specifically the plastic from the grocery bags. So 12% is really just one product, uh, which is the grocery bag. But if people were to use reusable ones, it would probably eliminate that number and just overall help the earth. Um, Americans actually use 100 billion plastic bags a year, which is a crazy number. Uh, and it requires 12 million barrels of oil to manufacture the plastic bags. Um, so just by investing in little things like grocery bags could help the earth out in a huge way.
How expensive are reusable grocery bags? 'Cause I don't think they cost a lot.
Let me check. How much is a reusable grocery bag? $12.
That's nothing.
It's nothing. $12.
And the fact that that could save you hundreds and hundreds of plastic bags over the months that you go to grocery stores is crazy. I know that Sprouts, they use paper bags, which is a good step towards having that environmental uh, efficiency in mind, but it's not as good as a reusable bag, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. And if you think about it, you're helping, the earth with these bags. You're basically improving the food that you're buying, whether that's deli meats or just vegetables and fruits. These are all things that you know grow out of the earth, or are just walking around the earth, and are definitely affected by the amount of carbon that's in the air. So, you buy one of those, you're basically improving the quality of your food, which is cool. And the last tip that we had was basically growing stuff at your house instead of, you know, buying all your food and taking multiple trips to the grocery store, or, going to restaurants or fast food places. Uh, we don't realize it when we're doing it, but it's actually harming the planet to get fast food, or overeat at restaurants. But growing your own food, not only better for your body, but uh, helps the planet.
In my backyard, I actually have a garden. So over the summer, we grew different things like strawberries. We grew different types of peppers. Arizona has a pretty harsh climate for outdoor growing, but if you have a little covered patio or you build a pergola, then you are able to grow a lot more plants. And I was even able to grow rosemary in my backyard, which is kind of delicate if you don't have it in the right circumstances.
Nice. All right. Cool.
social media campaign on Instagram started with a post of a dirty beach in Mexico. This beach had hundreds of tons of garbage in it, and most of it, like Chris said earlier, was plastic pollutants that came from either grocery stores or one-time use plastics from products that we eat. Even simple things like the little bread clips on the end of a bread bag, those get thrown away after one time and they never get recycled back into the plants that manufacture plastic. So, in that same bread example, you could have a reusable clip, even if it's plastic. Those clips last years, even longer than that, and you can use them for every single bread thing that you have in your house. And then the second image, if you could switch to that. The second image is of a family cleaning up a beach. And I love this image because the middle guy is very happy and kind of shows how recycling isn't this painful, annoying task. It's something that can be enjoyed with people that you care about. And they have plastic bags, but those bags are also able to be recycled and reused later on. And then the third picture, please. The third picture is of a clean beach, and it kind of shows the before and after between the first and third one of the potential that our environment has to look pretty and beautiful with clear blue water and nice sandy beaches, but our pollutants are really ruining that for some environments and ecosystems. Overall, this was my second most popular post with 12 likes, and I thought that the tag "Don't Be Fooled, Recycling is Cool" was a very simple and catchy way for us to express what we think about recycling and how it can help reduce your carbon footprint.
Yeah, so just looking at these pictures, uh, it really is up to, the just us, you know, for little people like us. We live on this planet. It's the only one we got, and these pictures just kind of show how easy it is, and honestly, how much better everything looks when it's not covered in trash. Um, but yeah, I think these pictures were a good demonstration for a little before and after. And yeah, good job, man.
Thank you.
Like it. Um,
The results of our social campaign were actually pretty interesting. Like we said earlier, the platform with the largest following was Instagram with 75 followers, and I had hundreds of people that interacted with it and viewed the post. My personal most successful post was the second one I posted on the right with the green plant. That is a picture of sweet basil that I grew in my backyard and I take care of. And there was also an image of parsley in that same exact post. And in that post, I also included a little slogan about recycling that was simple and catchy and easy to remember. And I feel like that got people hooked on the post and probably stuck in their mind for a little while. My least successful post was the one right after that, where I kind of shifted my focus from a recycling on the beach and plant focus to more of an instructional thing. My aim with that post was to tell people ways that they could change their lifestyle to better suit a more environmentally friendly lifestyle. And I included a couple simple images and then descriptions beneath. And this post only had 8 or 9 likes, nothing major. A lot less people viewed and interacted with this post. And that kind of caused me to evolve my post from a lot of words to keeping it a little more simple in a sort of way. And by that, I mean my next post right after that, my images were the main focus of the post. So I still included words, and ways that people could change their lifestyle or alter it in a better way. But the pictures better encompassed the goal of the description, and the pictures allowed you to kind of understand the post without having to read all the paragraphs of the boring words. And overall, I see this campaign as a success. 75 followers in a couple of weeks is very impressive, and I hope to gain more followers in the future.
Personally, I believe the campaign on Facebook doesn't hold a candle to the Instagram. Um, I really like the organic sort of personal use of you know growing that basil in your backyard. Um, just showing people that that's real easy and could be done in their own backyard. And it doesn't take up that much space either.
The conclusion of this project. Uh, our group dynamic was pretty good. I liked it a lot. Since we didn't have a lot of people, our group was very small. We only had me and Chris. And that allowed the two of us to kind of just split the work 50-50 instead of having a lot of different heads butting into a conversation. One of us would present an idea, and the other one would either go with it or reject it, or kind of in between where we would ask for more information about it. For example, if I was going to post a picture of a dog for my social media post, then I would ask Chris if he thought that was a good idea. And if he didn't think so, then I'd go back and reevaluate that and find something that better suited our Project Green Grass image that we were trying to portray.
Yeah, our dynamic was definitely like not a lot of conflict whatsoever. I don't even think there was any time where we disagreed with much. Um, but of course, I think that has a lot to do with just being two people, other than a group. Um, but overall, it's pretty good. We got our work done. We never let any person uh, do more work than they can handle. We never made any other person do more work than the other one. So straight down the middle, 50-50 is real nice. As far as contributions go, yeah, it's 50-50. Um, we would definitely, uh, come back, compare notes. Um, being that we couldn't see each other in person, we had to kind of like split up the work, uh, and then kind of like get in our own space to make uh, parts of the project, just because that's how we both like to work. Um, but yeah, overall the contribution on his end and my end, I thought met perfectly in the middle. Oh, what'd you think?
You spot on with that. If we had more people, I feel like it would be a lot hard to schedule times. But
Yeah,
since it was just us two, we could reach out and our schedules were pretty open. We were able to talk before projects were due and complete them in a reasonable amount of time and submit them.
yeah,
So I thought that was nice.
me too.
Would you make any changes to our social media campaign or group work in the future?
Uh, yeah, of course, like, um, I don't know. I definitely know that if we put like 100% into it, and we're like made this like our life and our actual goal, it would have turned out a lot differently, probably a lot better. Um, but overall, as far as getting the message out there, making sure the message is clear, and just having an overall pretty good picture of what we were trying to do. I think we nailed that pretty pretty good. But yeah, as far as solid changes, uh, I really don't have any. Yeah. But
I agree with everything you had to say. The only change I would make is having more group members because more people allows more ideas to be presented in meetings. And it might be harder to schedule meetings, but when we have them, there would be a lot more collaboration because we only had two ideas. It was you and I feel like more people would allow more creativity within the group for our project.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, there was definitely no like, I don't know. We kind of just both come to an idea pretty fast, and of course, like if there was different people with a lot different opinions, then it probably would have been a completely different project, maybe even a completely different subject. But being that we worked so well together, there wasn't a lot of like uh,
True.
pushback, if that's the word. But yeah,
That two heads clashing, that idea kind of creates more ideas too.
yeah,
So if I have an idea and then you have something completely different, and then we could like combine those two things to make something else. So
yeah,
if we had more people, we would add more of those. But overall, I enjoyed the class. I thought it was fun. I like that it was online, so you didn't have to meet in person and at any specific time. But I feel like an in-person class would allow us to have a lot more teamwork with our classmates, kind of, so we can physically see the projects we're doing, and we can talk to each other face to face, and that's a lot different than in a Zoom meeting or on a phone call.
yeah. I agree.
Thank you once again for this amazing class. I had fun and I enjoyed it and learned a lot of stuff throughout the last couple of weeks. And I'm looking forward to using the skills that I learned in the future.
Yeah, it was a cool class. Kind of gives me like a taste of what I might be dealing with in the future. You know, having meetings like this over you know computers and having to make a project like this is really cool and it gives me experience. So yeah, thanks for that.